Hi guys, good morning. It is Monday. The coffee is brewing. Right? Well, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Well, we're going to talk about one thing in particular. How does cruise lines compare? What do I mean by that? I mean, a lot of cruise lines have taken away a lot of things. But I have to admit, customer service is pretty good on Royal, on Carnival, and CL. Let's take that back. Let's leave that cruise for last. Celebrity. And from what I understand, Princess has got a pretty good one too. Now, I haven't heard complaints about any other cruise line except for one. And I've got to admit, I had a lot of difficulties when it came to getting something fixed. They just didn't want to do it. And I was persistent. And when I kept telling them, I tell everybody, when I'm off the phone here, I go straight to my blog and I'm telling them what kind of conversation I have. And they didn't really care for it. You have someone who calls and handles your cruising. And if your cruise, if your cruise goes up or down or any extra perks come along, that person's supposed to come and call you. Well, they fail miserably in that department, okay? But we were assigned somebody. And what happened was we were on 11 day on the Jade. Now, the ship itself is a beautiful but old and elegant ship. Some technology. I love where a lot of things were located. The problem that I did not like was there wasn't enough things to do. We're a trivia family. There was trivia at the oddest times. I did like the fact that dinner, if you didn't have a reservation, which we didn't do that for any of the restaurants, and there were several, we went at 5:30. I think the most we ever stayed in line was 10 minutes, if that. And we got in right away. Most of the time we went to the grand dining room. There's two, the menu's the same, but the different about the two restaurants is one has more of a elegant atmosphere, which the other one does not. It depends on whatever which you prefer. So that was okay. But we went to book a cruise. This guy didn't speak. He spoke English, but it was so bad, and he didn't understand. Their job is to push these what's the word I'm looking for? Coupon books. Let's call them that. Where you buy these books for $45 and it's got like $10,000 worth of coupons, but you just don't use any of them because there's nothing in there for you. Well, we said no, we want to put $1,000 on this cruise. We want to put $1,000 on this cruise. Well, in other words, we ended up getting a coupon book. And then I'm sitting going, there's not $1,000 on this cruise. It's only $250 on this cruise. What the heck's going on? So we called our little helper representative, and it took a month. The deadline was coming, okay? Well, they said you can't get it back. Then the guy thought, I said, fine. I just want to cancel my cruise, and I'm going to tell everybody how horrible you all were with me. Well, all of a sudden, he made a couple more phone calls, gave me a number, and, of course, we got our refund. Except for the one refund. Okay, the one refund that was already put on the cruise. And we didn't even get a whole complete refund. Oh, and they never said you get the whole $750 back. Yeah, they did, because we're not using the coupons. We have $500 back. So I do like how the cruising goes. My son is very relaxed on this cruising. That's very important. You all know my son's adult, high-functioning autism. If you see my farm town, you will see. He likes people. He likes talking to people. He likes relaxed cruises. But yet he likes cruises with lots of things to do. He's the son that will go in the library and play games with people he doesn't know and learn how to play games that he never heard of before. That's my son. So, besides all that, yes, it was a difficult time. But we turned out that we canceled that cruise, and we still have one of those stupid $250 coupons. All right? Now, what's really makes me mad is I realize when I book the cruise and everything I do, they always put him as the person who books the cruise, and I'm the one who booked it. So I'm like, my credit card is on it. So what do you think about that? I've noticed that with a lot of cruises, but mostly it was, and I said, he didn't purchase this cruise, I did with my card. And they're like, well, they didn't know what to say. I'm like, well, that's bias. Just because he's a man doesn't mean he purchases a damn ass cruise, which he didn't. Okay, so get down to it. The NCL has the worst customer service ever I've ever had to deal with. Royal Caribbean, at least 5-6 years ago, maybe longer, on the Grandeur of the Seas. They tried to hang the room stored out to dry, and it wasn't true. Thank God we kept everybody's card. We do that now. We write down stuff when things are going wrong, and we made a complaint, and we got a response, and it was taken care of, and we got a free cruise minus port fees. So, or if we found a cruise, the minus in price, which all around I think we paid $200. So, I mean, that was fine. Carnival, I didn't have to do much with Carnival. They gave us an upgrade. They said the window was blocked. I said I didn't care about that. But they said it was a bigger room. Found out later it wasn't a bigger room. It was in the worst possible place. It was a room that no one would want to book. And we ended up with it. So, because 4 weeks later, we went back on the ship with, we have blended families, so we first took his girls on their very first cruise. So then we went back with my kids. We had 2 rooms. Okay, 2 rooms, bigger than, each room individually was bigger than that room that we were supposedly getting a bigger room. Why did we have 2 rooms the second time around? Well, I'll be honest with you. Their mother wanted them in with us, even though they were 15 and 16 years old. That's just the way. And okay, okay, not a problem. I was more than willing to get joining rooms, just like I did with my kids. But doesn't always work out that way. But it is, a lot of complaints lately has been on NCL, and people blogging these complaints. But this is the one thing that really gets me. They're blogging the complaints. I know Royal Caribbean has people scouting out for these complaints. Carnival does. Celebrity does. Princess does. All cruise lines got people that they pay to, I think my brain would melt, surf the web and look for these bad and horrible and videos that make their cruise line look bad. And then they reach out to the person. Hey, how can we fix this? What can we do better? Tell us, And that's all they want is tell us. So what do you think about that? My nose itches. It is Monday, November 4th. Boy, last time I saw you was Halloween. But, I mean, I don't know what to say. All I do know is we do have to go back on NCL. I did like the ship. I did like, it was a great size. I liked how it was displayed, except for the restaurants where you had to go up, down, up, around. You can only get to it one. Yeah, I didn't like none of that, the main dining rooms. I did like the Chinese. So every paid restaurant had a section that was free to you. So you got a free, and you could order off the paid menu if you chose. So it was okay. I did like that. I thought that was pretty cool. And I did like this all-you-can-eat steak. That was really great. But hey, that's my coffee talk for you this morning. Don't go anywhere. I have another one coming. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.